Alright, so this is our leafy lettuce, curly leaf lettuce. And you can see it's kind of about to as big as it's going to get. It's been out here in the sun, and you can see some of the leaves are doing a little bad. And I just picked off a bunch of droopy leaves because it's been getting dried out. So I'm going to up pot that, and we're going to actually, here's some of the dried leaves. You can see they were all droopy. And I'm going to put them in a bigger pot so they have more space to grow and they stay more moist. And as we're doing that, we're just pulling out these slugs because I really don't want a bunch of slugs in the soil. So this soil here is the soil that was left over in that's been rained on and everything else, and I pulled that soil out of a couple of the older pots and the spent soil. So I put it in here, and you can see it's sopping wet, and we're gonna stick it over here on this table because in this bucket is our good soil. It's a bit dry, as you can see, and I actually just mixed in a couple days ago. I mixed in the worm compost out of the center of the garden grow tower. Another slug. That because I cleaned out the worm grow tower. I had to do that in the middle of a rainstorm, so I didn't get to video it. I'll have to do that the next time. But we're going to put some of this. Oh, there's a little seedling. We better get that out of there too. We're going to put some of this in here to top off this soil. And then I'm going to up pot all of those lettuce into this here pot. So I got this a little bit too far away. You can see we've really gotten quite a bit of rain. And I keep dumping these every 2 days. And they're still full of rain. So that's what we got. So now that I moved the table closer, I'm just going to go ahead and scoop this dirt up into this dirt here. So this is real rich and fertile and real fertile, healthy, nutritious soil, especially because we just got it out of the worm compost bin a couple days ago. It's a little bit drier because I keep it in this tote with a lid on it. So I'm just going to top off this bucket. Alright, now I went and fetched these little guys from over there. And I'm going to see if I can prop you up on this tote so you can watch. Probably not that way. Try turning you around this way in hopes that you can see this. There we go. So I'm going to take my handy dandy shovel and just kind of make a little hole here and pop this little guy out over the bucket so that we don't lose any extra soil. Nah, he's not doing too well. I should have probably brought a knife or something to pull him out. Here you can see he's a bit root bound. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see. There you go. You can see he's got some roots and all. Doing pretty decent. So we're just going to pop him in that there hole and see how it works. Sorry, I'm going to make you seasick in the process because my gizmo unlocked. Alright, so I'm just going to stick him in this hole, push him down in the soil, and I'm going to do that with all the other ones too. So we're just going to cover him up so none of his roots are showing. And we're going to do that with all of them. Now there's, I got 5 lettuce plants here. But I also have 2 little bitty baby ones in up on the porch that I'll probably stick in here too, because they're all the same leaf lettuce. You can see all of them are doing really good with their roots. So we shove them in there next to each other. and just tuck them in with a little bit of soil. And once I get these all in here, then I'll show you what it looks like. And then we'll go ahead and get the 2 baby ones from off of the porch and fit them in as well. So I'm putting these about, I don't know, probably about 3 inches apart or so. Here you can see, I can't really scoot too much further. Here we go. You can see they're nice and full of roots. And you don't want to break up their root ball. You just want to shove them in here. Nice and gentle though. Put them in the hole, backfill the hole, and tuck them in. You don't want to put the soil above where the soil has been in these little pots. You're just slip potting them into a bigger pot so that they have plenty of root room. So we'll go ahead and do these last 2. And I'm sticking them pretty close together. These are 2 by 2. These are probably 2.5, 3 inch. So we're just going to stick them right next to each other with just a little bit of soil in between each root ball, just so that they have plenty of room to grow. They are shallow rooted plants, so you really don't have to dig a hole too deep. I'm only digging the hole deep enough to put the entire root ball in there. You can see these are probably 3-inch deep pots. So we're just topping them off to that height. It's hotter than the dickens out here, so I'm trying to work fast. I got this last one. And all of them, you can see, all of them got really nice root balls, so that's great. They're going to do really good in this bigger pot. They're going to stay moist and damp so that the roots don't dry out, and that way that'll help with the leaves from withering like they have been. Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and pick you up. And there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause you for a minute and go get the other 2 little bitty curly leaves, and I'll stick them in there and show you how I do that. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so we're back. Here's the other 2. And these were on the porch. Not all of the cells are filled, as you can see, just the 2 here. And I'm going to stick these 2 in the middle of this leafy lettuce. But we got to pick up some of these pots before they blow away, because we finally got a breeze. Woohoo! Alright, so let's work on getting these 2 out. I'm going to go ahead and probably just tip them up. Oh, here, I wanted to show you this too. You can see they're already getting roots out the ends, so it's perfect time to actually get these guys into a bigger pot so they can grow. So we'll squeeze the sides here a bit on both of these, just kind of loosen them up from the pot itself. And this is an old pot. You can see it's pretty tattered and really not doing the best, but it's alright. And we're going to put, let's do it this way. We'll put one here and one here. So we're going to tip this guy up a little, try and pull him out. There we go. So he slides on out of there. There you go, you can see him. And just make sure that this hole is deep enough. And I'm just going to plug him right in there. Push some soil around him. Make sure that all of his roots are covered. And we'll make another hole right next to him, because I just covered that hole up. That first one wasn't quite deep enough, so dig it a little deeper this time. And we'll wiggle this guy out. He's a little bit more firm in there. Come on, buddy. Alright. Here you can see his roots doing really good. And we're gonna do the same thing, just plug him in this hole. Let me make sure I got it deep enough. Just push him down in there and back plug him, and then I'll show you what he looks like so you can see them all. Cutesy wootsy little guys. I am going to add just a hair more soil to this pot just because they're a little bit more uprise than I like. And there you go. Here's the 2 new ones I just put in there. Here's the other ones I put around. And you can see some of the soil is kind of not as level. Here it's a little bit lower. So I'm just going to fill this a little bit to make sure that we got plenty of soil and all the roots are covered. And then we'll stick it over there on the tarp with all the others and let them grow. That's basically how I am up potting my lettuce. The curly leaf are volunteers, and the other 2 I got out of one of the towers because there was way too many in the hole. So they were a bit crowded. So I just shoved them into that this little 6-cell garden grower thing that I'm reusing because that's all I had at the time. And they grew pretty good. And since I'm going to up pot the rest of them, and they had some roots that were showing, I'm rubbing dirt in my hair. Yay! Good thing tonight's shower night. With all this sweating and everything, you got to get a shower. You can also see that there's water down here. That's from that wet soil that's in the bottom of this. So I'm not going to have to water this because it's going to be perfectly fine. They've gotten lots of rain the last couple days, and it's supposed to rain again tonight. So we're just slipping them in this bigger pot, and we'll go ahead and stick them out there on the tarp with everybody else and let them grow. So I hope it was helpful for you and entertaining, and showed you how easy it is to slip pot or up pot, or even just pot your seedlings into a bigger pot so they can grow happy and healthy. Alright, so thank you for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any of the videos I do put out there. Got another one soon that I got to do. I got a list of them that I have to actually still video. So thank you for watching. I hope this was enjoyable for you. Remember, you are someone, you do matter. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, ciao now.